All right, here's what I've been wrestling with this week. What place does discipline have in our efforts to be great? I love discipline. Our mission at Build is to build an army of disciplined leaders. I'm a huge advocate of discipline. Let me just be clear up front. But I don't know how far discipline can take us if we don't have joy. And I'm specific when I say joy instead of happiness. And I don't think we chase happiness. When I say joy, I mean fulfillment. When I say happiness is feels good right now. But part of what I do with Build is try to connect individuals and teams back to their values, their why. Because when you know your why, the what becomes a little bit easier. And I think if we can operate out of a place of understanding our why and understanding how we can have joy in the process, it doesn't require as much discipline. Okay, think about this. Think about, all right, well, I know that I just have to wake up and I just got to work out and I just got to do this to be healthy, and I'm miserable every single day of my life. And it's like, goodness, man, how far is that going to take you? But if you wake up with this attitude of joy and you understand why you're doing and you understand the purpose behind it and you enjoy the process, you enjoy the people that you're doing it with, you enjoy the outcome of it, but there's joy surrounding it, it's going to require less discipline. There are certainly times where we don't want to do something and we just have to do it. Absolutely true. We cannot make the excuse of I'm not joyful right now, I'm going to avoid responsibility. Absolutely true. But if we are a leader, if we are leading any group of people, we are also responsible for creating an environment that breeds joy. Are we connecting people back to the why consistently? Are we reminding people of the why consistently? Are we showing them that they are doing fulfilling, meaningful work? I wonder if we are able to do that more often, if the things that we were frustrated with lack of performance and people not meeting standards, I wonder if we would struggle less with that if people understood how meaningful it actually was. If we could create an environment where there was actually joy, where people actually cared about each other and people actually worked for each other and worked for something bigger. If you are creating an environment that requires a ton of discipline, and there's no joy and fulfillment that they're getting out of it, you're only going to have those people for so long. We can't keep shouting discipline when we are not creating an environment that's actually fun to be around. Again, the purpose is not just to have happy moments. The purpose is not just to create a place where whatever you feel is true. That could be a really, really detrimental culture. We're not seeking that. But what we are seeking as leaders is to create an environment of joy. Do people enjoy being a part of your team meetings? Do they enjoy the individual meetings? Do they enjoy the work? Are you connecting them back to why it matters? If we're struggling with people missing standards, let's first look in the mirror as leaders and think, what kind of environment am I setting? Do you view yourself as the joy setter, as the tone setter of the room? It's that thermostat versus thermometer analogy. When you go into a room, are you setting the temperature? Are you setting the joy of the room? Or are you merely just saying where it is? As leaders, we are responsible for the environment that we are creating, and we need to bring joy into every room, into every meeting, into every place that we are leading. If you have a lot of joy, the need for discipline just becomes a little bit lower. Discipline's great. Discipline's good. You need it. You got no business being in anything meaningful if you don't have discipline. But there's got to be joy. Hope you guys learned something.